secondary. It might be Lucina too.
Interesting.
But,
just a big fan of swords is what I'm hearing.
yeah.
I can get behind that. I fuck with sword wielders a ton too.
Alright, yeah. So K-Rool versus Lucina here.
Interesting. I did not know FeuFox was a K-Rool. Or had a K-Rool. Alright, well. Alright, starting out here. Yeah, this definitely seems like a matchup where Lucina as a character with kind of middle-of-the-road stats, I would say, as far as, like, generally movement stuff goes, pretty, like, decently quick, but still, like, nothing special. As that kind of character does not tend to do well against zoning, and K-Rool is a character with multiple reversal moves, armored moves, and projectiles, but a very poor disadvantage, so this entire matchup is going to be guided by one opening for Nick.
Yeah, adding on to that, it could, like, one hit could, like, take a mile for both of these players.
Absolutely, yeah. It's just because... Yeah, totally. You're totally right about that. Just because K-Rool is a heavyweight, and heavyweights are super momentum-based by design. But...
Also because... Oh!
Ooh,
shield
no.
break.
Okay, this is pretty good. The fact that Nick got that kill off before, like, sub 100 is huge. Like,
yeah.
That is just one less resource that FeuFox is going to be able to deal with kind of later during the course of the set.
Yeah. Now's like a time to like tack on extra credit %.
Totally. I think you're totally right about that. I think Nick just really doesn't even have to be engaging at all. I think he can just kind of sit to the side and wait, force FeuFox to engage. That way he can kind of tack on, not as, maybe even if it's not as much, it's still definitely meaningful.
Yeah, and the cannon coming out there taking the SamurottNick's first stop. Sorry about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the fact that... Yeah, sorry, continue.
Sorry, I was about to say how K-Rool is a disadvantage, right? Like,
yeah.
Good, but...
I was about to talk about that too, yeah. That kind of the heavy disadvantage is, like, just because of a character like Lucina that has pretty good disjoints, you end up going coast to coast for a while until you get one good mix-up and then it resets to neutral. Like that, exactly, case in point. Something that FeuFox is going to have to know is you can't get too impatient at the ledge, even if it's kind of a struggle. You don't want to risk committing so that you don't get, like, entirely reversed.
Alright. In a ledge trapping position. Dancing Blade gonna take it back.
Yeah. It's always a shock for me with any Dancing Blade besides voice kills, you know?
Yeah. Especially because, like, it's been stronger than the limit cross slash, but that down into up smash taking... Now it's even.
Yeah, now it's even. I do think that was a very, very, very good option select by FeuFox, I think. What he really, really needs here is to capitalize on... He really, really needs to kind of just snowball at the end here. He doesn't want Nick to be able to reset the situation at all. So he just wants to, like, set up that ledge and get an early stock any way he can. Just by exploiting Nick's defense, I would say. He's been doing a very good job of catching a lot of Nick's air dodging, I feel.
Yeah. There it is. Game 1. FeuFox, I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah. I'm guessing FeuFox because the TO said FeuFox and didn't correct them.
Okay.
But also people, like, multiple people have called me Sympathy, and I just, like, turn a blind eye to that, so...
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. Like, let's see here. What do you think? What do you think Samurai needs here? Do you think that there's a character switch kind of in the mix, or?
Honestly, it could be fine. I think like counterpicking to a stage might be good. Like a certain stage might be good here. I'm thinking like maybe one with like platforms, like a good amount of platforms that like Nick can just mix K-Rool around with good options, like because for good frame data versus like heavy frame data.
Yeah, that is very true. Like, that's very true.
Just a stage that where Nick can force a lot of interactions where K-Rool can't really do much in.
I think that's a good point. Oh Jesus, sorry about that. Just a moment.
Oh really? The heavy ditto. If I remember first, he's a heavy in a while. That's just straight up flipping dragon.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a very interesting choice, but also I can, to an extent, I can see the advantages here just because Ridley having access to a few disjointed options, his own projectile, and actually better ground speed, to my knowledge.
Yeah. Oh, sorry about that.
No, you're good.
I've seen a lot of projectiles and like trying to keep Ridley out from FeuFox's end, which I think is good because Ridley does benefit a lot from going in, and K-Rool I think doesn't really need to go in sometimes.
That's definitely true. Just because again, K-Rool has two projectiles, one that's armored and the other that acts also as a command grab. So there's a lot of mix-up potential there, I feel.
Yeah.
I feel like what Nick having Plasma Breath as a tool, just because of obviously all the hitboxes that come with it, how active it is, the frame advantage you get from it, that alone is going to be frustrating for FeuFox to counter zone, but it looks like he's not going to have a problem seeing as he just got First Blood.
Yeah. Also, Ridley could be a good choice here because Plasma Breath, I think it's called, could be a really good edge guarding tool against K-Rool's recovery if caught in a bad position.
It's very true, actually, good point.
It can really be just a rinse repeat that we're having here.
Yeah, you're right, like we're seeing right now.
Yeah. The case in point. Kind of just died there.
He forced that SD, which is arguably it's still a gimp in the sense that he deliberately used a hitbox to kind of threaten his recovery, and even if he SD'd as a part of it. Like that's still like a situation that's super common in this matchup just because of K-Rool's design.
Yeah, also Ridley's big body there getting hit by that down and up smash. Good
stuff. Part of that did look a little bit like bad DI, but also like that's also just like Ridley stuff, you know? Like just because of Ridley is surprisingly light.
Nick almost getting that off stage stuff with the side B.
Yeah.
Just almost getting that, but. FeuFox kind of answering right back with a little 2-hit combo getting off the offstage situation, but Nick does make it back.
Yeah, FeuFox really wants to avoid these situations where he's forced to recover low, because that's where Nick seems to be thriving here.
Yeah, but two very good sets from FeuFox and a Rool read.
Ooh, great stuff.
A lot of things just happen with that. This conference. Case in point, I'm too slow. That down and up smash taking game 2.
I'm gonna be totally honest. That's absolutely just the heavy matchup, I guess. Like these two big people run over each other until one of them inevitably perishes.
I agree.
Yeah. So far, though, I do love that. That was an incredible first game. Good stuff to FeuFox winning it 2 over SamurottNick.